What would you do if a single act of courage could rewrite your life? In the heart of a crumbling Chicago neighborhood, where cracked sidewalks and faded murals told stories of forgotten dreams, 16-year-old Malik Carter walked home from his after-school job at the corner store. His backpack sagged with textbooks he barely had time to read, and his sneakers were worn thin from months of trudging the same route. The evening air was thick with the scent of rain, and the distant hum of the city felt like a lullaby to his tired soul. Malik wasn't looking for trouble, never did, but trouble had a way of finding him. As he turned into a narrow alley, a shortcut he'd taken 100 times, a piercing scream shattered the dusk. Malik froze. His heart thudded. The sound came again, desperate, raw, from behind a row of overflowing dumpsters. Without thinking, he dropped his backpack and sprinted toward it. There, pinned against a chain-link fence, was a girl, no older than 10, her eyes wide with terror. A massive stray dog, its fur matted and teeth bared, lunged at her, its growls echoing off the brick walls. Her small hands clutched a tattered stuffed rabbit, and her cries were barely audible over the dog's snarls. Malik's mind raced. He'd seen strays before, hungry, unpredictable, but this one was different. Its eyes glinted with a wild, untamed fury. Every instinct screamed for him to run, to save himself. But the girl's trembling voice, calling for help, anchored him. He couldn't leave her. He wouldn't. "Hey!" Malik shouted, stepping forward, his voice cracking but firm. The dog's head snapped toward him, its lips curling back. Malik's hands shook as he scanned the alley for anything to stick, a rock. Nothing. Just him, the girl, and the beast. He took another step, planting himself between the dog and the girl. "Get behind me," he told her, his voice low but steady. She scrambled to his side, clutching his jacket. The dog lunged. Malik threw his arms up, bracing for impact, but a sudden shout broke the chaos. "Back off!" A man, grizzled and wearing a worn janitor's uniform, appeared from the shadows, wielding a metal pole. The dog hesitated, then snarled and bolted down the alley, disappearing into the dusk. Malik's knees buckled, but he caught himself, turning to the girl. She was shaking, her face streaked with tears, but alive. "You okay?" he asked, his voice soft now. She nodded, clutching her rabbit tighter. The man, who introduced himself as Mr. Jenkins, a night shift worker at the nearby school, had seen it all. "Kid, you got guts," he said, clapping Malik on the shoulder. Not many would have done that. Malik shrugged, embarrassed, but his chest swelled with something unfamiliar pride. Word of Malik's bravery spread like wildfire. The girl's mother, a single parent named Carla, tracked him down the next day, tears in her eyes as she thanked him for saving her daughter, Aisha. She posted about it on X, a simple message. "This boy saved my girl from a dog attack. His name is Malik. He's a hero." The post exploded. By morning, it had thousands of shares, comments pouring in from strangers across the country. "This is what courage looks like," one read. "Malik's a legend," said another. But the twist came when a local news station picked up the story. They didn't just focus on Malik's heroism, they dug into his life. Malik wasn't just a kid who'd faced down a dog. He was a straight A, a student working 2 jobs to help his grandmother pay rent. His mother had passed years ago, his father was a ghost, and yet Malik kept going, his dreams of college flickering like a candle in a storm. The station aired a segment, and soon, a GoFundMe for Malik's education appeared online. Donations flooded in $10, $50, $100 at a time from people who saw in Malik what he'd never seen in himself, a spark that could light up the world. Malik was stunned. He'd never asked for recognition, never wanted it. But as the funds grew, so did the letters. Kids wrote to him, saying he inspired them to be brave. Adults shared their own stories of kindness, of moments when one act changed everything. A retired teacher from Oregon sent him a worn copy of To Kill a Mockingbird with a note. "Your Atticus Finch in a world that needs more of him." The attention wasn't all easy. Some kids at school called him hero, with a sneer, jealous of the spotlight. Others whispered about the dog, claiming it wasn't that dangerous. Malik ignored them, but late at night, he'd lie awake, wondering if he deserved the praise. Mr. Jenkins, who'd started checking in on him, saw the doubt in his eyes. "You did what was right when it was hard," he told Malik one evening over burgers. "That's what matters." By spring, The GoFundMe had raised enough to cover Malik's college tuition. He chose a school nearby, wanting to stay close to his grandmother and Aisha, who'd become like a little sister. At the scholarship ceremony, Aisha stood beside him, holding a handmade sign. "Malik's kindness saved me." The crowd cheered, but Malik's eyes were on his grandmother, her face glowing with pride. Malik's act of courage didn't just save Aisha that day. It reminded a fractured nation that heroism isn't about capes or cameras, it's about showing up when someone needs you. His story, born in a grimy alley, became a beacon, proving that one moment of kindness could ripple outward, touching lives he'd never meet. Yindi.